Um, Great. Who would like to tell us what happened 2 weeks ago? And if you care to, just sort of a general where we are in the campaign at this point for an extra penny. If it helps.
Let's take this instead, because I like this one.
Well, I believe, I mean, last time we had session, we were dealing with the I don't did it have a name? We called it the kaiju a lot,
Mhm.
but we were dealing with this large undead entity that had been risen by it looks like dark sacrificial means. Whether we caused it or Big Mama Bahama, she caused it. I don't know.
It
But
sounded like we tipped the domino that was already stacked.
yeah, it felt like we did the final a part of it. um Initially it was too much to handle and we tactically retreated to regroup. And this time around things went a little better. We had dynamite, which was helpful. And through everybody's combined efforts, we were able to uh, kill off a lot of the mini creatures and eventually kill this abomination itself.
We had
um,
to we had to speak with Alberta from Beyond the Grave to figure out how to kill it, and in so doing, gain some other small informational boons.
mhm. We made an unlikely ally, a member
Yeah.
of a member of the Hellhounds who is seemingly working to make amends. Ended up doing some pretty kick-ass maneuvers in last session and survived, as far as I know, can recall.
Did we get that feller's name?
I believe the only name we've got is James.
So managed to uh, whether or not they stick around or continue on their path, who knows? But um, we know that next is, well, of course, finding out if our train friends are okay. Everybody is okay at the circus, the Wild West show. But our future lies in New Orleans, where even darker mysteries abound.
Excellent. Let me add a Benny to your total. There's a couple details that I'm still looking for that might be helpful. Well, one set of details that would be helpful, another that is really just entertaining. Would anybody like to talk about the dynamite delivery system, just to remind us all of that fun? Does anybody remember the dynamite
Wasn't it?
delivery system?
We put it into we
Yeah,
surgically implanted it
Alberta's
into
corpse.
Alberta's body and
Oh.
had the kaiju slurp it up.
Yes.
God.
That's exactly what you did. And my favorite detail, because despite the fact that you had to open the body up to put the dynamite in, right? For some reason, you thought it was necessary to run the fuse through her nose and down into her body, and which
Yeah.
was fucking great.
Yeah.
Loved it.
Gotta protect the fuse.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay.
the whole plan falls apart if the
Yeah.
Very good point.
If the floating corpse down the river has
Right.
any harm befallen.
Yeah, very good point. I
Wow.
won't ask any questions about how that protects the fuse. We are just working on faith that it does, and it did because
It
you all were
did, it worked.
successful.
which one of us is the 1860s Churgeon, huh?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Excellent. That very good. That's the entertaining detail I was looking for. There is a part of your conversation with Alberta Bell that is probably worth.
Oh, right. Yeah, she basically told us we were expecting somebody was telling them that after this, like, they would
They would
I
be
don't remember.
rewarded for
Yeah.
their service in the chaos that was going to be unleashed. And that is a lie. They
Yeah.
all hellhounds will also be found subservient to the other world beings that want to destroy part of this world.
Excellent. And she did give you the name of an organization, and not actually an individual's name, but I guess a nickname that this individual went by, or at least that Alberta was identifying her as. Anybody remember that?
No.
All right,
It's
spectacular.
written in my notes, but I'll have to find it because
No
they're
worries.
not organized.
No worries. No worries. Good. Excellent. So we find ourselves in the aftermath, a lot of waterlogged, zombie-ish body parts lying around. James is going to walk over here and pet his horse a little bit, try and get it to calm down. What is everybody up to?
Well, we still have Sister Winter's auto cart, so we have a way out. Our other cart got pushed over the ravine. As
That's correct.
distraction, with one of the horses still attached to it, which was terrible.
Omelets and eggs.
Yes. Just saying that's a -1 to our new friend. It's not all sunshine.
Yeah.
Is everybody okay? Is anybody dying?
Yeah, is
We did
anyone
all the
hurt?
heal up last time, right?
I think so.
I don't know. I just the last couple rolls are all gloms. I don't see like healing stuff, so
I think we actually were pretty cut and like we didn't get too hot.
yeah, I'm not injured. I don't know if anyone else is injured.
Nope.
It sounds like we lived.
Yeah, I
Pretty
think
pretty
Well
good.
done, everybody. Also, just in case anybody cares, it is Saturday, July 19th.
got the calendar right here.
Excellent.
Also, yeah, I think we did pretty good. When you throw a lot of explosive at a creature, I think you don't get hit a lot.
Shockingly.
Sure.
Is it possible to well, one, I think we should make use of we should probably do something about the corpses that are here.
Well,
I mean, bury and
We've been
burn,
burning stuff.
pile them
We-
up and burn them.
We've been stating we've been burning stuff at the end. I
hey,
remember.
but there's like a lot. Look at them.
There's a fuck
I
ton.
mean, I really can't. I cannot safely do all of this, and I don't think we should be sending them down the river. That's where they all wanted to go.
They're all stoggy though. You might need to hang them up and dry them.
Good grief, Tom.
We're talking about
That
hanging
is
up bodies.
So the notes, it's the Angel, and she's a representative of the Laborers Relief and Aid Society.
There we go.
Sounds like a communist front to me.
Call me bastards. This whole campaign's about the Red Menace.
The red scares among us.
Hey, Abby, is it normal to kind of like the smell of dynamite now? I've been meaning to ask since one blew up in my face, but
What the?
Ted, are you muted?
What? Am I muted? Can you not hear me?
We can
Oh,
hear you
you know.
now.
Okay, that
You
was
were
weird.
you were asked about dynamite.
Liking the smell of dynamite, right?
Is it
Brad?
Yeah,
normal to like the smell of dynamite?
Is it normal after you get hit by dynamite to like the smell of it?
No, I think that's very weird.
Okay.
I don't know many folks got stories of surviving dynamite.
2 of us.
Yeah, 2 of us.
Thomas raises a
It
That
fucked
ain't
my-
many.
It fucked my coat up pretty good.
3 of them, and 1 of them turned into a metal man. So I
Yeah,
just
Thomas, your
True.
survival is ambiguous.
How dare you? It was not a dynamite accident. How dare you?
Yeah, but you almost killed us with one.
I watched it happen.
I mean, that was edged a little bit. I didn't get hurt, so I'm okay. But a guy behind me died, I think.
I think it just goes to show that don't believe everything you hear. Dynamite's quite safe.
Yeah, dynamite's pretty.
I just can't agree with that. we just used a bunch of it to kill a giant body monster thing.
Yeah, I mean that is true.
Yeah, we
Okay.
survived, but that's because we had the dynamite.
Right. So little amounts of dynamite completely safe. Lots of dynamite packed in a corpse, not safe.
I think we're just not
Like-
connecting somewhere along this conversation.
I mean,
Marshall, is it
yeah.
Is it possible? I know that some big explosions have occurred here.
Mhm.
But there were a bunch of people camping here. Is it possible to do like a scavenge kind of thing and see is any of the gear not damaged and just left behind?
Is there any single action revolvers?
Yeah, roll me roll me your I can never remember. There's not a separate investigation skill here, is there? Just I guess it's just a notice check.
Yep.
Yeah, see what you find looking around.
Robot eyes activate.
Oh,
Robot eyes activate.
Oh, nice.
Well, I only see a 3, but I don't know if that got me anywhere.
Yeah, that's really weird. Why didn't
Weird.
I saw
the
6.
not popping up. I saw the 6 and
Yeah.
then the 3, but
6
there's
and
no
3.
total
Yeah.
in the chat.
I don't
Yeah.
see
we're gonna count that as a 9 because that's what I saw. Right? Do me a favor and just hit roll again. I just want to see if that was just a fluke or if there's something weird going on.
Oh, I see.
It's
I see
not
the
popping
older
up.
roll too. Yeah.
Oh, there's
Okay.
the older roll.
Oh, it's just lagging, I guess.
Yeah. Just
Yeah.
a little slow.
Just a little lag.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, you find some random shit. Let me see if I can't figure out what random shit that is. I'm gonna
Oh my god, 19 gold bars.
19 gold bars? Are you
The
kidding
deed
me?
to a farm?
6
Oh,
more
shit.
sticks of dynamite.
6 more.
A treasure map? Holy.
A whole hand of
sword.
dead man's hand.
I want a magic sword.
yeah,
Well, you
I
can't
mean,
have it. It's fine.
you find a lot of shit that is just wrecked, right? Like clearly when shit kicked off, a combination of things that have just been blown up, right? But also things that when the large glom emerged from the water and everybody panicked and ran, stuff was just trampled and run over and destroyed in that way. But you have scavenged a derby hat, a pair of boots, and a total of $7 in coins.
Yo.
Okay. Getting our investment back.
Right.
Oh,
And if you
Happy
like,
Saint, they call him.
I'm just going to drag the boots and the derby into your. Well, actually, do you want them?
Wants the derby and the boots. This is important.
I take a look at the boots.
Mhm.
I see that they're of a higher quality than what I currently have, and yeah, I slip them over top.
Great. Are you getting rid of the boots that are in your inventory?
Do I have actual?
You do.
I mean, it's boots for boots. This
Yeah, I
is
mean,
this this is cosmetic we're
it's
talking about?
cosmetic. Yeah, this is
Yeah.
cosmetic.
Well,
Everything here is cosmetic.
Yeah, I mean, unless they're a different boot, I can
Yeah.
just change the name of it to
Yeah.
be different boot.
To be better boot.
Yeah, better boot.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, I just basically I don't want to drag anything into your inventory because I know how close all of you are to your max carrying
Oh,
weights.
you can drag stuff into my inventory.
Okay.
That's fine. Yeah.
There you go. There's a derby, and now you've got 2 pairs of boots, although
pairs of
they're on
boots.
separate lines. But yeah, you
Yeah.
got it. And I'll let you handle the $7 that you can add in there. Cool.
Cornelius, you don't got a hat, right?
I do. I have had a hat this whole time.
The hat that we all know about.
My hat
Yeah,
was
we all knew
here the
about your
whole
hat.
time.
It's a good hat.
I've had a Stetson the whole time because I thought that this game, given some of the other rules it had, was going to have weird rules about needing to wear a hat because you used to have to wear a hat.
Yeah, I agree. I'm right
Abby,
there
you
with you,
want a
man.
derby?
No.
Okay.
Thank you, though.
Thomas gets the derby.
I mean, Thomas found the derby. That makes sense.
Yeah, but I already got a hat I like.
Oh, well, now you have 2. Assuming you
well,
like
just
the
because
second.
you
Oh.
found it doesn't mean you have to take it.
Oh, like this one's a city hat. When you're in cities, you can wear this hat.
You
A
think
derby
that'll
hat.
help me blend in better?
Well, no, but you'll look fetching.
All right.
You gotta remember when I had 2 hats and I was the weird guy all of a sudden.
Yeah. Hey, well,
Well,
you got them all at the same time, and that's
yeah,
great.
you were wearing
Promises.
both at the same time.
Well, why would I put my hat in my bag? It's just gonna fuck the formation of the hat up.
Yeah, but like that's a lot of hat to stack.
Maybe it's just hat. It's hat season. What you want from me?
Is it?
So canonically, this party is the group of individuals that invented the term hat on a hat.
I just want everybody to remember that I'm saying this through the fucking the Taylor's mask. It's just muffled.
Yeah. Okay, so I think we should should we head out right away or should we camp? What's everyone thinking?
What time of day is it, Marshall?
I feel like it's early. We
yeah,
like, got up to fight this thing, right?
Right. I mean,
Yeah,
I think
feel
it's
like
early
early.
afternoon at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, unless we got other business.
We got a lot of ground to cover.
Yeah, and this whole body situation is outside of our unless you can like magic them all in a hole.
Also,
Looking around at the magic.
do we bring our recent acquaintance with us or leave them to their endeavors?
I mean, he's gonna be riding like in there with us, so he's probably fine.
I mean, we can always just shoot them on the way there if he gets out of hand.
Could you?
I mean, I feel like that's kind of their choice if they even want to go with us. If
Yeah,
he
you know.
doesn't, then
It's Jane, right?
James.
James.
Mhm.
Hey, James.
Mm-hmm.
We're heading to New Orleans to take care of the head of the snake. You in?
I am at y'all's disposal until you say otherwise.
Well, this is like the otherwise moment. So, like, do you want to come with us, or
Yeah, you want to walk the path of the mostly righteous?
What all
Uh,
services do you provide, James?
You did that kind of. Can you carry stuff?
hey,
uh,
from one hellhound to another former, we get shot a lot. Pull my shirt up.
Yeah.
yeah, well, I mean, I certainly don't like that, but I was running with a pretty rough crowd too, and I feel like I got a lot to make amends for. It seems like my life expectancy is going to be a little bit longer if I try and do that with y'all than if I do it on my own. I'd prefer not to be involved in much of this mess anymore, at least not directly, but you need shit done, I can get it done.
My
All right.
Carry stuff. Like go to the store.
Mm-hmm.
we can make better use of them. Man, I feel like man,
Playing cards.
Right,
Playing cards would be good.
We can figure it all out. But that means that
Man.
next thing is we're going to need to head to town, resupply on what provisions are needed, and then get to moving. I found $7 to put in the group funds, so now we have $7.
You mean the dynamite fund?
Mm-hmm.
That's all it is at this point.
Should we like establish a stipend for our new ward? Like an allowance he gets?
We don't even get an allowance.
yeah, what the hell?
Well, I mean, we kind of do. It's just it's not regular.
Y'all getting paid? Who getting paid here? Raise your hand.
No one here is getting paid. We're not getting an allowance. Our allowance is whatever we find, and
Yeah,
James can have whatever he finds.
he could probably have my take, honestly. I don't remember the last time money came to me.
Honestly, myself either. It's been a while, but
Right.
We can go gambling.
Okay. Does anybody want to take anything else from the Field of the Dead? Or are we good to hit the old road?
Get out of here. Let's get out of here.
Yeah, it smells like absolute ass over here. I'll appreciate it if we get the fuck out.
We got to beat the flies.
I want to get on the trail before sundown. I want to beat the traffic.
God. You ever had to travel behind the trade caravan? It's fucking terrible.
All right, where y'all headed?
You guys need food to live. So
Yeah,
where are we heading?
We
I
have
have no
food for a while.
Do we still?
Do we?
Yes, because we just hit Amarillo and had food refreshed.
Okay.
If I remember correctly,
when
if I remember correctly, I don't think it was Amarillo. I think it was Dallas.
yes, it was. Thank you. Yes. Yeah, we restocked as much as we would need to hit the road for New Orleans from here, so we wouldn't have to backtrack.
Also, another thing that we should probably keep in mind is our stagecoach is fucked. Like,
yeah,
like it still works, but it's just like a lot of windows now, way more.
Yeah. Everybody enjoy our last ride with it.
Right, lot of ventilation.
I want it to be known this is the last time we're going to get to use this.
I mean, if we can find somewhere, we can get the materials. I can try to repair it.
Are you just gonna spackle it?
We'll fix it up right like.
Yeah, I'm not going to return about. I will do my best to fix it. I would not
good with
want
wood?
to just. Oh, if it was anybody else asking me that question.
That's right. I put you in a bit of a spot
All
there,
right,
huh?
let's see where that button is. There we go. That's where the button is.
Yeah, wood, metal. The dock's good at fixing anything. I think it'll be making it better than new.
I have learned a bit. I'm not saying I can put it back to as new, but I can at least minimize the amount of trouble we'll be in with Sister Winter.
That's good. Since it'll be me you're all sending to get yelled at again.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Did we send the telegram to her about people on her way?
Yes.
We did, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
good.
We have the Nick device. We could check in with him if we feel it's necessary, but I believe we told him most everything. Although he doesn't know about the angel. If we want to, relay that information.
Yeah, I feel like that is a fairly notable new bit of information.
Okay.
We can say, if we want to role play it out, but we can say like this evening, as far as we're, getting ready for camp, we let Nick know that extra bit.
Okay. So I'm clear. Where are you guys headed this evening?
We should start heading towards New Orleans.
Well,
okay.
I mean, that's fine, right? But Sister Winter's in Houston.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right. They've been told to camp out there. So, I mean, your choices, right, as I see it, right, you can certainly head directly to New Orleans. If you're going to be calling Nick, right, you can tell him to, tell Sister Winter to head to New Orleans, right? And y'all can just meet up there if you want to do that. Or you can head to Houston, right, meet up with them directly, then hop on the train and go to whatever, or
we could ride the
going to
train.
Houston probably wouldn't be too much of a detour, towards New Orleans if we're already in Dallas.
Dallas-ish, yeah.
I mean, you're north of Dallas now, right?
Yeah.
Dallas is about a day's ride. We'll say Dallas to Houston is another
it's going
day's
south
ride.
and then east instead of southeast.
It does
Right.
check out.
You have everyone on the battle map, just to be clear, Adam.
Okay. Let me put you on the actual map then.
I
Yeah,
like
hop
the
on the-
idea of going to Houston to meet with Sister Winter, but I also think that we can telegram via Nick
Mhm.
to her to let her know what the plan is.
Yeah.
And Houston's on the way to New Orleans.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it sounds like we're all in agreement to head to Houston. If we want to
ride
talk
the train
to Nick
to New Orleans.
Yeah. If we want to talk to Nick tonight, just to give him that info, and then he can let Sister Winter know like we're on the way.
Wait, if we're taking the train, what are we doing with the auto carriage? Leave it in Houston?
Probably.
No, that goes on the train.
We're
Yeah.
saying take it. Okay.
Yeah, I'm saying return to home base and let home base move all of us, not have to. Yeah, not caravan.
That makes sense.
Okay. So you're headed from here directly to Houston. We're going to say that's 2 days on the trail. All right.
2 days.
So let's do this. Let me. I can't really remember who the last person was who rolled on one of these things. So let me. Oni, why don't you click on that for me?
Let's go gambling.
Cool. Yeah, this day of travel or half day of travel, pretty uneventful. You do pass just sort of south of Dallas. You pass sort of a wide open stretch of land where there's the bleached bones of looks like a couple cattle. But other than that, it's a pleasant afternoon for a ride. You're able to find a spot, make camp without issue. Anything anybody wants to do, either in the evening or keep and watch, or in the morning.
Got to practice my harmonica.
All right, how do I remove
Boy.
a Benny from somebody? No, I'm just
I take a Benny from everyone else.
No.
You can maybe get it back later.
I'm trying to bum a cigarette off anybody if they got one.
I'll give you some of mine.
Thank you. Hey, Mike. How you doing?
Uh, fine. And yourself?
I'm doing quite. Okay, I ain't gonna lie. This fucking sucks. Like, it sucks crazy. But
The whole of
we almost
it,
done.
or
Oh yeah, all of it fucking sucks.
yeah.
But you know,
Uh, do you really think I mean, almost over? You think?
I hope it is. Shit, can't do more of this. God, they got big ass fucking body monsters. I don't want to see the big plan. Shit, that was the lesser issue.
Yeah, I guess our hope is that we are getting ahead of it. I just can't really wrap my head around. I mean, these things are made to walk and just destroy everything in their path and leave wasteland for the others to follow in their path of. I have a hard time understanding the maybe not maybe the logistics, but I guess visualizing it a little more terrifying than I think than I'd like to admit.
Oh yes, it's scary as hell. Honestly, I came to the realization hanging out with all of you magic folk, wide sweep at everybody. Yeah, you just gotta accept it. Honestly, I don't understand how half this shit works. You you got your whole thing. Uh, uh, Friendly got that nasty ass glove. No offense, if he gets close,
Ain't nasty.
take it off. You smell it.
Well, it's fine when it's on.
That is true. Speaking of which, you're getting way better at that harmonica.
Thank you.
Did my good deed for the day. You see that?
Yeah, I'm already to the second verse by now.
Let's not take it too far.
Franklin, you good?
I'm stressed. I'm stressed the hell out. There's so much shit going on. I don't know
Yeah.
what to do.
You've been shot a lot.
Oh yeah, that's been
Yeah.
super fun.
Getting
Not a lot of people shoot
shot's
at
not
you
so
when you're in the
bad.
game. Yeah.
You ever get shot before you were metal, Thomas?
No.
Oh, okay. Reasonable.
You want to like sound off who got shot before they came to the West?
Yeah, I
What-
suppose.
What,
I raised
what
my
if
hand.
what if it was at like before we met? I'll just raise my hand.
Okay. To you. Yeah. How many we got so far? We got 1, 2.
Yeah, whose hands are
Technically-
raised?
Yeah, I
Abigail's.
raised my hand.
Thomas is not raised.
Oh,
Cornelius is not raised. That's not surprising.
Thomas, weird thing happens, right? While this conversation is going on, you have distinct memories of being shot, but you don't remember when or where. And then that fades, and it's just like, oh, well, maybe I'm conflating things.
I think like everyone's conversation is happening, those memories are triggering in, and then Thomas just kind of slowly puts his hand down.
Oh,
Ooh.
uh,
Surprisingly, not me. You get a lot of things done with fear. A lot of people get scared of you.
Yeah. Or you shoot him first.
yeah,
Oh no,
I
honestly.
remember acutely. Thank you. I recall.
Well, yeah, of course you go. Why would you not shoot first? That doesn't make sense. Right? But no. Wait, what the? Wait, okay. You two. Why the hell did y'all get shot, especially?
Who's you
You
two?
two meaning who?
You well, the two that answered, the siblings, Abigail, Friendly.
Well, I shot myself as like a grazing thing to make it look like it's not important, but I did get shot technically
Oh,
on the leg, but it was
Oh.
grazing.
I was fleeing Colorado and someone shot at me.
ooh.
Oh, yours is better.
Well,
I was
Well, yes,
fleeing
it doesn't
too, I
involve
guess.
shooting yourself. What in the hell were you doing, friend?
Well, I was fleeing too, but
So why
different
did you shoot yourself in the leg?
to look like I wasn't.
Well, a few of us have managed to run away from folks without having to shoot ourselves.
Well, good for you.
I don't understand how shooting yourself helped you.
Yeah. Well, then it made it look like I wasn't running because I got shot by some. Oh, it was like, yeah, we both got shot by that guy.
Oh.
I'm still not really seeing the clear picture, if I'm honest.
like I said, Cornelius, you kind of just learn to accept shit. Like you
Yeah.
just gotta take it as you go.
It's like if you take all of the, well, not all the money, but like some of the money from someone and then you spend it all, then they get real angry. But then a third party gets involved and it gets more complicated. Then you go, wow, we were both shot. I ain't running. Look, I'm shot too. And then the next day you run.
Yeah, there's still the part that I'm still not really comprehending is the shooting part, but I'll take your word.
No, I get it now. It's a
Yeah,
ruse.
it's a ruse. You like tie it around, right? And it's bleeding because it's grazing. And he taps his fucking head. I know all about grazing wounds from my lack.
Oh,
Well, it wasn't
you
book
covered
learning,
it?
but I was learned.
So you covered it?
Yeah, but I
So
let it
you
bleed.
didn't need to have a bullet wound?
Well, no, you gotta have it bleed.
Yeah, it
You
has
gotta
to
make it
look real.
believable.
Yeah, it's gotta bleed.
Yeah, okay. So the
I could have used the
firearm
knife,
was
but I didn't.
right, precisely.
But hold on, but maybe if he looked at it, he would have said like, "That's a knife wound."
So basically, what you're saying is, if you would have got off scot free, it would have looked
Right.
way more suspicious. That's
Right. Yeah. I also
Huh.
wouldn't have seemed like I would have seemed like I was running sooner than I was.
Pretty smart.
I like the dedication. I like the dedication.
I was crafty.
I'm learning more about you.
I mean, I'm not anymore, so
Watching you. I think that's it. I think that's really the end. The
Okay.
banter for a
yeah,
while.
that's
Okay.
it goes to their
Um,
respective hobby.
Yeah, excellent. With regards to your conversation with Saint Nick, he thanks you for the information. Responds that it sounds a little weird. Like he's vaguely familiar with the Laborers Relief and Aid Society. They're a national organization. So just strange that they'd be mixed up in it. He'll look into it and let you know if he finds out anything. All right.
All right.
Evening passes with nothing unusual. It is. Let me advance the day here. Yeah, it is
PowerPoints all the way back.
July 20th.
Let me make sure my guns are reloaded.
Yeah, probably not a bad idea to everyone to check on the bits of your character that might need to be refreshed as a result of taking a rest. As everyone is doing that and packing things up and getting ready to go, Thomas, for about 5 to 8 seconds, somewhere in that range, not long, you lose vision in your left eye, and then it comes back again.
I'll just kind of stand up straight and kind of like wave the hand in front to see if I notice any vision. I'll kind of wrapped my hand against my head a few times. As it flickers back on, everything's fine. Just something got loose, apparently.
Yep. Great. All right. Let's just go down the list. Cody, if you could hit that button. Did the button not come up? Let me try that again. It did come up.
Previous
Excellent.
one.
Great. Perfect. Cool. Hot day today on the trail. You
It's a good thing I have a Stetson, apparently.
yeah.
We're in a carriage.
I'm thankful for the breeze.
I sit up top.
Yep.
Yeah.
I remembered.
Yeah, it's a hot day out on the trail. Not a lot interesting in terms of scenery, either landscape or fellow travelers. As the you do see sort of late afternoon, a few mesquite trees, one of which has a noose hanging from it, but nobody's in it. A little bit further down the trail from that, you run into 2 individuals riding a cart going the opposite direction. And as they see you coming, they try and they stop the cart they're in and stand up in it, and the driver takes his hat off and starts waving it at you.
Shall we stop and see what they want?
I'll bring the cart to a stop near them, and just see what seems to be the trouble.
Oh, well, fellow travelers, it is an auspicious occasion that we might find ourselves together on this road. You are very fortunate indeed. My companion and I have just returned from a trip to the southern continent and found great herbal medicines. The natives there have been using to keep themselves healthy for years, and after much trial and effort, we were able to win their confidence so that we might bring some back. And he elbows the guy right next to him who opens a big case. and it filled with all sorts of glass bottles. Now, as I have said, it is very fortunate that we might find ourselves together on this road so that you might partake. I can see by the cut of your jib that you must be hardy, adventurous folk, and individuals like you must be in need of succor and repair from time to time. Am I not correct?
Are these truly treasures from Mexico?
Oh, further south than Mexico, my friend. These come directly from the forests of Brazil, where they have both flora and fauna that has not been seen by the eyes of man, woman, or child in this country or continent.
What do you call it?
It is quite simple. This is South American sucker.
Jane, what do you think? You go to the doctors a lot. You're versed in this sort of thing.
Talking to Joan.
What I am curious
Joan,
about is,
yes. Sorry.
can you tell me a bit about how you won the favor of these indigenous peoples?
Well, I am a modest sort, so I care not to go into great detail, but I'm sure that even in our short time together, you must have ascertained that I do have a gift of gab about me. And even though the language was initially a barrier, my charm and
I
stick-to-itiveness.
see. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. So you swindled them too,
Oh, madam,
or
they were handsomely rewarded for indulging us with the secrets of their jungles. We provided them with many objects and technologies which will certainly make their life easier, as they have made the lives easier of individuals here.
What sort of ailments do they relieve?
Well, you name it, this will relieve it. You have a bad case of rancher's elbow. You have a case of the gout. You've suffering from consumption.
What about gear misalignment?
Well, it is not one of the designed uses of a South American sucker. As you can imagine, the natives of the jungles in Brazil don't have much use for gears. However, I can say, having sampled it on many occasions, that it would be a fine gear lubricant. Its
Oh,
viscosity is without question.
well, no wonders never cease.
I'm
you've
going.
gone far in convincing me that. How much would it cost to buy the secrets off you rather than the product?
Oh, madam, I can tell you are a wise businesswoman, but to sell the secrets would put us out of business.
I'm going to lean over to Abigail. I'm not buying it. We're already in South America, and I ain't never heard no Brazil.
You
Thanks,
son of a bitch, you motherfucker.
Hey, bro, I only know North America and Mexico. What you want me to say?
Yeah, we are in the South. Duh.
Right, right. Take your goddamn penny, you son of a bitch.
Gotta get one. Gotta get one per day.
How much you selling it for?
One bottle is $2, but for a conglomerate like yourselves, might I recommend the special, which is 3 bottles for $5.
for 2 or 3 for 5. And how many bottles do you have?
We have 20 bottles. Perhaps you'd like to sell us out of our current inventory, send us back to make some more.
And what exactly is in these bottles? I mean, I don't need the formulaic answer, but are we talking about extract of animal, of plant, of
Well, some from
what
column
is it
A and
that
some
should
from column B. It all adds up to the cure to what ails you.
to anything that ails you, to everything? You're offering a panacea.
Oh, yes.
I'll take 6 bottles.
No, Thomas, hold on. I like put a hand on your wallet. Maybe we ask the doctor, the good doctor we travel with. I'll sort of like cast the glance over to the salesman about some of the things that are with the major components within it.
Oh, you travel with the doctor. Which one of you is in fact the doctor?
I will raise my hand.
Well, perhaps we can strike a business deal after all. We'd be happy to part with 3 bottles at $1 a piece. If we might use your name as in the sale of our elixir.
Oh, I don't think that's what you want. I'm sorry, it's 2 people on the cart, right?
Mm-hmm. The other guy hasn't said a word.
Yep.
You're right.
I don't think that you actually want to. I don't think that's actually something you should be interested in, given that I am in fact a wanted woman.
Oh, dearie me. Ed pulls out a handkerchief and fans his face. Well, perhaps
No. Sorry.
yeah.
That was for Miles.
Yeah, no worries. Well, perhaps perhaps your reputation could be put to good use in the marketing of this. Maybe among the reasons you are on the run is that you have outwitted the pharmacological conglomerates that are coalescing right now in this country to try and keep the healthy elixir away from the common man.
Perhaps, but I would need to test it if I'm going to put my reputation as a scoundrel. That's all I have left. You see, my other reputation is too far gone. But if I were to put my reputation as a scoundrel on it, well, I would have to make sure that it worked. I would need to know beforehand. I would need to test it.
Very well. Perhaps we can do the following then. 3 bottles for $4, and I will give you my business card. And should your tests prove
Well, a moment ago you offered it to me for $1 a bottle, and now you're offering me 3 for $4. That's an even worse deal.
Madam, I offered it to you for $1 a bottle when I would also get your name. Now you are saying you have to test it, right? And so it will cost you a little bit more, right? Since you now are not going to be given your name freely, but want to put my trust to the test. And so 3 bottles for $4, and I will give you the information where you can send a telegram once it passes the test, and then we can make further arrangements for the purchase of your name.
3 for $4. I can test it and then
Mm-hmm.
message you.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but then we're not all going to be able to share in it at the same time. Let's just buy enough, one for everyone, and knock it back. Enjoy the day.
I think I don't know that that's a good idea without testing it, Thomas. After all, it could be dangerous.
What's
It
the
could be
worst
that
that could
this-
happen?
I
It
would
shoots us?
it could poison those of us who are poisonable.
Oh dear, thinking I'm out here on the road selling poison to strangers.
This fine gentleman would not do such a thing.
You never know when someone might have an allergic reaction to one of its components.
The natives in the jungle of Brazil live 250 years as a result of this fine elixir. You think it causes allergies.
You're telling me y'all gonna turn down possible immortality?
Immortality is not promised.
So what is promised with this? Like it's just
It's full of sucker.
I can test
Listen
it
to
right
your friend
now.
here.
Here, I'll test
Certainly.
it right now.
Yeah, hand over that $4. You may have your 3 bottles and do what you wish with it.
I will hand over $4.
Wonderful. They hand you 3 bottles. The individual who hasn't said a word packs up the case.
Whoa. Hold on. Don't move. I will
Yeah.
drink one of the bottles.
Okay, they're moving. They're gone. They've got their
Hey, I'm grabbing my
$4.
gun.
Oh, I was gonna say, like, no. I have said I was going to test it right now, and I did mean, in fact, right now.
Yeah, I'm just being right. I'm just being clear, right? They're leaving, right? They've got
Okay.
their $4. As
I
far
am
as they're concerned, they're
attempting to
done.
Stop them.
Yeah, how are you going to attempt to stop them?
I mean, I will start by just calling out to them while they're getting all their stuff packed. But if that does not work, I'm not afraid to stun their horses.
Hey, you guys might want to like stop because she's serious.
Hey, we're wanted for a reason.
For all
This
the
is the guy
good
with the
deeds we've
mask
done.
and the face on the mask.
If she's got that look in her eyes, I really want you to just go ahead and stop
Right.
before it gets worse.
Okay, they stop. James speaks up and it just sort of leans into the window of the carriage. It's like, I thought y'all were about doing good deeds.
They
Yeah.
are.
Nah.
Besides, this is ultimately, I promise, a good deed.
We're trying.
And so they've stopped their cart. The gentleman who was speaking has his hands up in the air. Then he elbows the guy who's driving. He puts his hands up in the air and he's like, "Oh, well, this is a stick up then. Well, I understand. I've been held up by a better class criminal than you."
Nope.
I will pop one of the bottles and I will drink it.
What's the look of the guy who hasn't said much, Adam?
He's sort of sheepishly just following instructions. Like he's nonplussed by anything that's gone on.
Mhm.
Right. Abigail, this is colored sugar water.
Yeah.
Hey,
This is Abigail. Just like,
Right.
hold on.
And right. And actually probably a fair amount of honey in it because it's not like it's not just water. It's a little bit thicker than that. So if you shake it up, it's probably more consistent, but it gets thicker as you drink more of it since the honey's settling towards the bottom.
ooh.
She will make a show of then popping up I say display, but like uncovering the thing on her arm,
Mhm.
looking at all of the lights and gauges and gizmos on it, and just say, nope. I'm afraid I'm still dying, sir.
What that mean?
Perhaps if I drink another one, and I will just drink another one.
Y'all selling us fake Kiros? That's what y'all doing?
Well, if it is in fact fake, then we have been duped, just like you have. And to think that I
yeah.
trusted those natives from Brazil.
Oh, hi now.
Hey, well,
Well,
we
they're
ain't
the
got the
ones that-
natives here to talk
they're
to,
the-
so we only got you to talk to.
They're the ones who
Well-
sold it to me. Well, you are the first ones that have had a complaint.
Well, it's a good thing then that we found out before anyone else was subject to the lies that are contained in these bottles. Perhaps if you were to simply just to make sure that no one else gets no one else loses money on what is clearly just colored water, you can simply leave the case. You can keep the $4 I have given you and go on about your business. We will ensure that no one else is swindled by this. Surely
Hey.
someone who is a good business person, such as yourself, would certainly not want to risk swindling in the future. Even inadvertently. I mean, that would just be...
Well, of course not. What kind of individual do you think I am? Russell, empty those bottles immediately. And Russell starts pulling bottles out and pulling the corks out of them and dumping the contents out on the ground. Never my intention
Really
to do
mean that you'd
anything.
break the bottle.
Well, no, don't leave glass everywhere.
Never do
Fair
anything to make anyone's lives worse. I simply out to provide comfort and perhaps make a modest living for myself and Russell in the process. But clearly, if this is, if we have been duped and this is not a functional elixir, then we must get rid of it post haste. He
Well, I
dumps
feel
all.
awfully terrible for your bad luck.
Well, I do appreciate that, sir, but part of being in business is being resilient. And so we will just have to look elsewhere. Perhaps the South is not the proper direction. Perhaps the islands of the Pacific are where we should look for our next miracle cure. Is that not right, Russell? We will head out to Los Angeles and book passage post haste. What a fine encounter this has been. Thank you for setting us straight, strangers. It's a good thing indeed that we have run into you.
Carry on with your important mission to heal people.
Oh, will do. Thank you, sir. Tips his cap, sits back down. Russell gingerly puts the empty bottles back in the case that he was carrying them in, and they ride on.
I will drink the third one just because.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Sugar
Still
water, sugar
water.
water.
Yeah, it's still water.
All right.
I can look back over at Jane and I did good. No one died.
I was getting ready to shoot him. I'm going to be honest with you.
He probably should have, because he'll definitely do that again.
Oh, for sure.
Wow,
But we're
Really?
good guys. Yeah. Us warrior cats, we don't kill without need.
all right. Well, y'all sure do got a funny way of doing good.
Killing
That's
him
it.
felt
I mean-
like it would have been fairly extreme. It was just $4.
That
Well,
is
$4
$4.
Plus
Yeah.
however much he got from everyone else he's swindled.
I mean, you're right. I mean, I'm not saying he's cool. I'm also not saying we needed to shoot him about it.
I think for like Frankie,
I
it's
don't
more
know.
the principle.
yeah.
There is no
Yeah.
small part of Abigail that wanted him to die simply as a disgrace to the medical profession.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, it would have been pretty funny if you stuck your disgraced name on that product.
Yeah.
That is a good way to sabotage someone.
Yeah, that could have done more. That
Well,
could have
no,
done
because
pretty
his
good.
whole point was that it would it would then increase its essentially increase its sellability with the less than savory crowd, since I am in fact wanted.
Fair.
I have to recommend it.
Excellent. You have ever so minorly delayed the sale of sugar water as a health potion.
Really, the snake oil.
We
Right.
set the invention of Coca-Cola back 2 days.
Right. Absolutely.
A butterfly plastic wings.
Nailed
Wait,
it.
they're cool, bro. Bring them back.
Nailed it. Excellent. Yeah, that's about it. You're able to make camp this evening. Anything you would like to do this evening? Standard watch procedure. Is that correct?
Yeah.
All right. I won't make anyone roll as nothing is happening.
Hey.
So we proceed to the 21st, Monday, the 21st of July. Let's see. Who's next on the list? Maggie, if you would be so kind as to click that let's get random button, and we'll see what.
God, there's so many dice that roll.
Yeah. Oh, cool. Yeah, as you ride out, sort of mid-morning, I'd say, 9:30, 10 a.m. You pass somebody's ranch, different weathered gray wood fencing, pens in different animals. Who's outside of the coach?
I believe
Me and
Cornelius and Thomas, yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Cool. Why don't you two make me notice rolls?
Is it hot out today like it was yesterday?
A little cooler.
Hmm.
A little cooler, not bad. Ooh, somebody's on it. Hot damn.
That's the first time Cornelius has seen shit ever.
Yeah.
Really?
No, but that good.
Okay.
Yeah, I think both of you see this. Cornelius, you definitely clock it first and get a real good look at it, and then elbow Thomas. As you're elbowing Thomas, Cornelius, you hear, "Oh, Master Cox, look at you! That is not something you see every day." And as you look over to your left as you're passing this ranch, inside one of the fenced-in pens, there is a relatively large sheep, not super large. I mean, certainly well within normal range for a sheep, but just on the big side. The shadow it's casting, however, is of a giant horned steer.
Whoa. Big sheep. Yeah, good eye.
What in the? Ugh. I'll sort of reach around and hit the cart door and sort of point it out to everybody else.
Okay. Yeah, everyone gets a look at it.
Yeah,
As you're
look at
rolling
this
down the
big ass
road?
sheep Cornelius found.
It's a cool sheep.
I bring the cart to a stop so we can all sit and stare at the sheep.
Next up, the West's biggest ball of twine.
Biggest ball of twine.
You said it cast a different shadow, though. Is that? Did
Yeah,
I misunderstand you?
Nope. It's It's on the large side of a normal sized sheep, but it is casting the shadow of a giant steer with big horns.
I think
Who
that
is it?
sheep's got a glamour on it.
It's a special sheep.
What do you mean?
Well, I think it's well. First of all, I don't think it's sheep. I might have hold on. And he'll
Oh,
like go into his book and start flipping through it a little bit.
it's
An
a
illusion.
oh, but it's a. I mean, we can see it right there.
Right, but there's
Yeah.
something under the image of it. You're seeing a sheep, but it ain't a sheep.
What if the shadow is what's different?
I mean, it might be.
I just heard it by. It's a sheep. Look at it.
Hey, sheep.
It's sheep. It's got horns in
I
the
don't know.
shadow.
I mean, that sounded a lot like a man making a sheep noise
Hold
to
on.
me.
I got a foolproof
Bah,
plan.
motherfucker.
I got a foolproof
Okay.
plan. I'm gonna say hi, sheep, and if it looks, then something's up.
Okay, I
Hi,
like that.
sheep.
It does not look.
Okay.
Because it's
See?
not a sheep.
Yeah. Well,
It
cross
has
that off the
horns.
list.
Look at the shadow. No, the
That,
point.
that
again.
is true.
Maybe it's
That
not
is
a special
weird.
shadow.
Okay, now that you pointed out, it is a bit
Yeah.
odd.
Does the sheep have horns on it? Like
Nope.
physically? No.
No, not really.
It's just in the shadow that the
Maybe
horns
like-
are visible.
That's correct.
I mean, so our next course of action is ask the farmer or touch the sheep. What do we got?
That is maybe not the only two options.
Touch the
I'm
sheep.
Wait,
Touch
already
I guess
heading
sheep
that
touch
way.
the sheep.
Who's
Touch
with me?
the sheep.
I'm gonna keep
I-
reading my
I-
book and looking
I-
into what this could be.
I
Okay,
toss
you
the
two-
reins to Cornelius and swing down. Start
Mhm.
walking towards the sheep.
keep an eye
As
on
you-
that sheep grimoire.
As you start
I'm gonna say
walking
a little
towards,
blessing and cast protection on you
Okay.
while you walk off.
excellent. As you start walking towards the sheep, the shadow that looks like a steer, just to the shadow, gallops off into the distance. And as you approach, you're now just looking at a sheep with a regular sheep shadow.
How big is big sheep? Like size of a steer?
No. Smaller than that. Ted, I'm going to
Okay.
refer to you, right, for what a normal size sheep is going to be. What, like 2 feet tall, 3 feet tall?
2 or 3 feet tall.
Yeah.
Size of a big dog.
Right. 3 feet tall, we'll say.
Okay.
Really?
Big for a sheep still.
Yeah. I mean, a little bit.
I'll grab a handful of grass and just walk up to whatever the fence line is and make some noises, see if I can get its attention.
Well, does the sheep still have a shadow? Like any
Yeah,
shadow? or-
right. It's got its own shadow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just something jumped out of its shadow and ran off.
Yeah.
Its shadow ran off.
Yep.
What do you think about a persuasion roll here?
Animal handling?
Yeah, this is not persuasion. I mean,
I don't know what role. Is
let's
there an animal handling role?
There might
let's
be. I
see
don't have
what
the
I can
PDF open.
find out. Hold
I feel like you could do like a spirit. You get good vibes. You know, good vibes.
Yeah, vibes.
Yeah.
on.
And what? How about since I get a negative on people, I get a positive on
Oh, you have a
animals?
kinship to the beasts. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sort of an iron giant.
I
scenario.
think what I would like, right, is the I think the closest I can come is a riding roll, right? Because that's handling an animal in this
Okay.
environment. So if you've got
Okay.
riding, that's great. Otherwise, give me an unskilled.
I do have riding.
Cool.
I have a Benny. I'm gonna use my free
Okay.
Benny.
Yeah.
Yo, I'm popping off.
Yeah. This thing looks at you, turns its head to look at you, right? Then starts trotting away, then sort of turns back and starts trotting towards you. And it sticks its nose through the slats of the fence.
Yeah, all right. Here, it's all right. I'll hold the grass out for it, and
Yeah.
kind of give it a soft pat on the head.
Yeah, as best as you can tell, this appears to be a sheep.
Yeah, hell yeah. I asked it what the deal was with that weird shadow thing.
Bah.
Yeah, you and me both. I'll give it one last pat and just walk back to everyone. And just yeah,
Shall
big
we
sheep.
chase the shadow?
Did anybody see where it went?
That direction.
We could.
I don't.
It's
You
an
know, I think we can let
oddity.
this one slide. I think we can let this one slide.
Oh, you ain't curious about a shadowy bull?
Adam, did
Mhm.
did the shadow kind of look like the shadow spirits that help me out at all? Like that force is smaller in scale, but this shadow, did it move the same way, or did it look like a whole entity on its own?
No, I mean, this initially, right, looked, if you had only seen the shadow, you would have sworn that there was a steer standing right there. It was indistinguishable from a standard shadow. The only thing that was unusual about it was that it seemed to be coming off of this 3-foot high sheep. When the sheep was being approached, it decided it was no longer prudent to stay there or to, remain still. And so it galloped off. But really, once it was, 2 feet beyond the sheep, right, it was impossible to see.
Gone.
It's flat on the ground. It's
Yeah.
gone, right? So not a lot of information you can glean from the shadow itself.
Right.
And
Any chance that it's heralding to any creature we may have heard of before? Like a cult roll or something?
sure, yeah. If you want to make occult rolls or religion or weird science, like any of those sorts of rolls.
It's a science thing?
I would like to use Benny.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no.
Okay.
In the middle of thinking about this, Cornelius, you've got a migraine and you find yourself wishing that the South American sucker elixir was a real thing. Joan, it looks like you're the only other one checking on this. Is that, I just want to make sure that's correct. No, I'm not waiting for anybody else's rolls, or there's not lag. Okay.
Yeah, no, I'm good.
Okay, excellent. I think, as you are looking at this and just talking about it being weird, it doesn't remind anyone of anything in particular, but what it is a reminder of is shit's fucked up in the West right now. Like, weird shit happens, right? Not all of it has an explanation, and not all of it points to something that is known, right?
The great chance that no one has ever seen an invisible cow before.
I dare go out on a limb and say no one has seen an invisible cow before.
God damn it, Max. Son of a bitch.
We just on the road tonight, huh? We just got a couple good jokes going around. Dun, dun, dun.
Well, is that just another mystery of the West, or are we giving chase to the unknown?
No, I think we have bigger
Nothing to chase.
concerns than, yeah, we have bigger concerns than one invisible shadow cow that ran off.
Little did the warrior cats know.
It's sticking. It's sticking,
Oh
guys. It's
God, I
sticking.
forgot we that name. No.
Nope.
If there isn't a better name put forward by default, we are the Warrior Cats.
I'm fully sold. I get it.
I just don't get it.
What?
Warrior
The Warrior
Cat.
Cats?
Yeah.
You said this name.
No, I didn't. I might
Who
have.
said this name?
I
It
don't
was
think I
I'm pretty
did.
sure.
It was no. I was going with
This
the
is
opposite of
100% your idea.
no. It's opposite of a devil dog. Dog is an angel cat, and then somebody fucked that up.
So now we're the
Got
Warrior Cats.
lost. Well, I don't identify with cats.
What
Well,
do you identify with?
Dogs more.
what's your persona?
Yeah, but we're fighting the hellhounds. We can't also be dogs.
Why not?
Well, because they're dogs.
Yeah, but they're hell dogs.
You ever heard of a angel dog?
All dogs. Except for the hell ones are angel dogs.
Oh, so you're just saying all dogs go down?
That's it. We're over. The whole thing's canceled.
I can't even get through it.
Everything's
That's
fucking
good
canceled.
enough.
Fuck all y'all.
It's too
I-
stupid.
I-
It's
I
too
fucking-
stupid.
I fucking hate all of you.
You telling me you don't like the Warrior Cats reference and the All Dogs Go to Heaven reference within
Yeah,
10
look.
minutes?
Well, no, I hate all of you because clearly you've all got my number. It's like, oh, baby, we know how to get these. Just push this button and watch Pavlov's box work on Adam. It's
It's
fine.
incredible.
Yeah.
Hey,
I guess it
right
was
now,
Skinner's
I believe
box,
we
not
should be
Pavlov's.
we should be the Warrior Cats until something else comes up.
Yeah. What kind of warrior cat are you? What kind of feline you fixing to be?
From the blood color. Yeah, actually.
We had cats growing up, but I mean, when you sort of live out in the frontier most of the time, like you just every animal's everybody's pet, sort of. Just sort of wander.
I don't identify as a cat, right? But if I had to be a cat, I'll be a bobcat.
Bobcat's a good choice.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, vicious.
Oh my goodness. How much farther to New Orleans?
A couple
I
days.
bought I will pull out a bottle of booze.
Nice.
I don't even
I
care.
think
what
I'd be a
color-
Maine Coon.
What is that?
deleting one of these bottles of liquor. 4. Anyone? Anyone? It's really good.
Oh,
Yeah, Doc, go ahead and pour me one.
need
Has
to
to be your
keep
tin.
clear head because I'm afraid if I drink any, they're gonna convince me I'm a warrior cat.
You
And I'm
are a
not.
warrior cat.
Nope,
I mean,
I
you're
ain't.
in your heart, you're a warrior cat.
The advantage
I'm
of this,
not either thing.
Brendel, is that you won't care about being a warrior cat one way or another.
Are you giving up? I thought me and you were holding out.
Oh, I am holding out. I'll never agree to it.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
You
good.
guys gonna come around to warrior cats. I feel.
Now the
Yeah,
Becketts are staunchly anti-warrior cats.
I heard tell there's a jaguar cat. I figure that's like you.
Is they also from Brazil?
Mexico, I think.
My
Oh.
grandpa shot one of those.
That's pretty badass. I
Yeah.
don't really know what it is, but it sounds cool.
Now, what about swamp kitty?
I'm sorry.
Well, it's not a cat per se, but they do sometimes refer to gators as swamp kitties.
We will
What?
say that this conversation is going on as y'all are making camp, and
Yeah.
at the swamp kitty comment, James is like, "I'm gonna go get some firewood."
Yeah, it's just scenes of us
Let's go.
in different places throughout the day, continuing to talk about warrior
Yes,
cats.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Right. Just shot after shot as the sun is going down and then it's below the horizon. And every time we come back, it's, what about mountain lion? Could a mountain lion beat a bobcat? Which one's tougher?
What's best cat?
It's the Bubba Gump shrimp montage, but
Yeah.
about cats.
Love it.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Nailed it. Oh,
Joan, we're headed back. I mean, we're headed towards Louisiana, and folks, you said you know, is that, or know of, is that right?
I mean, are you talking about Marie Laveau?
I mean, I don't know anyone in Louisiana, so
She's a notable voodooist. I mean, I've never met her before. I have to say I'm looking forward to it, honestly.
Since we're going back there, you did light a plantation on fire and ran off with the insurance money. Do you want the mask to cover your face?
Taking a second to remember if that ranch was in New Orleans or Baton Rouge.
I believe it was
I
in
think I
Baton
was in
Rouge.
Baton Rouge.
Baton Rouge.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, Baton Rouge is farther up north. I doubt anybody's gonna know or recognize me. Also, it's been, an amount of time since that passed. I have no idea how long.
It's been an indiscernible amount of time.
A complex amount of time.
Hey, if you say so. I should probably take the
appreciate the
mask off at
concern.
one
I
point.
just, I don't. Hopefully, it won't be an issue. We'll see, I suppose.
Okay. So I'm just saying, like a bobcat is probably like really cool. Actually, I think we should keep going with that.
You saying we should all be bobcats?
I just think bobcats is cool. I think if
Everybody's almost asleep, and Franklin is like, "I'm just saying, bobcats are cool."
Yeah. People are tucked up. Fire's low.
We gotta get you a journal.
That is a
What?
wild fucking thing for Friendly to say.
that is crazy. And I
A
do
journal
have
where
a
you
journal.
can think all about bobcats and
Well, actually,
other
I got a
cats.
journal for bats. You want to?
You got
You
a
want some
bat
of those?
journal?
Oh my god.
I
Yeah, you
can't
want to hear some bat facts?
Yeah, kinda.
Well, first of all, bats are the fastest flying creature out there. Don't let nobody else tell y'all differently. Fun fact for you right there.
I don't think anyone's ever gonna
There's a
tell
good
us
one.
differently.
Me, myself, as only. I did have this debate with somebody.
All right. The fire is burning out. As night falls, various people take watch, but nothing unusual occurs this evening. Tuesday, the 22nd. Yeah, about noon-ish, you ride into Houston. Where are you headed first?
There's this
I-
really good burger joint in like Southwest Houston.
Should we probably repair the
Yes,
cart
yes.
before we get there?
Yes, we should absolutely repair it before we go see Sister Winter at the very least.
All right. Well, why don't we see how bad the damage really is and get a sense for what we need.
Let's do this in 2 stages. Anyone who wants to be involved can either roll a repair check, right? Or if you want to try and assist somebody else to do that, that's fine as well. And we're going to do 2 of those. The first one is going to be to determine how much, what all needs to be repaired, right? And we'll see how accurate your assessment of the damage is. And then we'll do a second roll for the actual repairs. Sound reasonable?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
I think I'd like to roll to try to assist you in helping.
Okay.
As my way of helping.
I'm going to roll to assist you because I thought it would just make sense to have both the people with the repair and then help you out.
Oh, try to so I get a little better on the repair for it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we could. Sure.
It just makes sense. I just imagine like supervisor Abigail here as we both just grab shit and put it together.
Yeah, yeah.
And
All right.
really,
You
like,
want to roll
really
to
lock it
assist me? Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, give me some assistance, brother.
Also, Adam, I seen you change my fucking name.
You're goddamn right I did. After all that, fuck yeah, I did.
Oh shit. Can't no mercy that. I'm just good playing. That's a 3.
Thanks.
Hey guys,
Worth
I just
worth a
like to help.
shot.
Okay. What does that do to my roll?
Nothing.
Nothing.
No effect on my roll.
Right.
I didn't know if
Hey,
it
so
was
I-
a -1 because he failed.
I think that's only on.
You say it right here. I'm putting it
It's
right
on-
here. What
right.
the hell are you talking
right.
about?
Yeah, it's only on a critical failure that things get subtracted.
That it gets back. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Look, Bobcat. All right, I'm telling you
Hey.
that ain't right. Okay, she's asking for this tool here.
It's just ranch. Wait,
Yeah, but
what is that?
it moves differently. Look, let me show you.
Wait, okay, hold up. Please fail to, please.
See, this one turns left, right, and then it has a little twist on it.
Damn, you guys are smart.
Oh, look at that. Holy shit. how many is that? That's 2? Okay. Um, roll. That's 2, 3. Okay. So you've got 2 successes, Abigail, or you've got a success and a raise. Thomas has a success. So that's 1, 2, 3. Roll me 2d20. Right? And then we're going to subtract 3 from that. And that's how much money it's going to cost to repair this thing. For the materials to
All
repair
right,
it.
D20 luck. Don't fail me now.
Yeah.
-1 total. No.
All
Oh.
right. You need 22. No, you already put the -3
I already
in
got
there.
the -5 in there.
Yeah.
Or the -3 in there. Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. So you need $25 worth of material, and then, which I mean, you're in Houston, like you can find material. I will say, you're trying to do like. Here's the question I'm trying to. I'll just pose it to the group, and y'all let me know what you think the way to deal with this is. You want to get this repaired before you return it to Sister Winter. Are you making any effort to avoid her, or just counting on the fact that it's the big city?
What if we do a classic? Someone talks to her and she's like, "I better get my card by 5 p.m. on the dot." And so it's like, "Oh my God, are they gonna get it fixed back there on time? Will she notice the gunshot?"
I don't think we need to like try to hide it for exactly the reason Sean is pointing out. But like we don't need to go and tell her. We can just be working on fixing this and bring it to her when it's done.
Yeah, I think maybe it's like we take with the day we arrive to like work on this. People can go off and do stuff, as
Okay.
needed.
Great.
Let's see who died.
Right.
Gotta
So
fix my mom's car. She's gonna flip the fuck out, man.
Just put it in reverse.
Put it in
The
reverse.
miles go down.
you don't
I don't know how to
understand.
drive.
My brother loves this car. He's gonna shit. He's gonna kill us. Well, which is it? Is he gonna shit or is he gonna kill us?
Both.
First he's gonna shit, then he's gonna kill us. I'll continue reciting Fast Lines at Ridgemont High on my own time. Thank you very much. Okay. So it sounds like you are probably doing everything you can at this point to avoid either the rail yard or if the review is up and running somewhere, avoid the review grounds. But outside of that, you're not really taking any other precautions. Is that accurate?
Yeah.
Great. You need $25 worth of shit, which you can easily get, but people have to go get it. So who's doing what?
I'll go out with a shopping list.
Okay.
I'll go with.
Okay. Everybody else stand with the cart?
I definitely am.
Okay.
Thomas will stay with the cart as well.
Then I go and join in Cornelius.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll give you $18 plus the 7, Cornelius. So that'll be the 25.
Oh, the dynamite fund.
Yeah, well,
No, I can provide some of that.
Yeah, I can throw some in there.
Here, I will give you $7. Go get us $7 worth of dynamite. Oops, ignore that.
That's thinking with your head.
I'll go buy the $25 worth of gear, and I get $7 worth of dynamite.
Yeah, I mean, easily.
I'll give that to Thomas
Right.
when I get back.
hell yeah! I just start tossing it in the air. It's very clearly safe to handle. We know this now.
How much dynamite is $7 worth of dynamite anyway?
I think it might be 1, maybe 2 sticks.
Yeah, I don't know. I
2.
think-
Okay. It's
Okay.
cost us $3 a stick. So I would have given you $9 to get dynamite.
Great.
So
All
3
right.
sticks of dynamite.
3 sticks of dynamite. Thomas. I love role playing. I didn't have to do anything.
I'm gonna actually also I'm gonna go get me a single action revolver.
Okay. Excellent.
Like, can I trade you out one of these guns?
You cannot actually. You get 25% of the value of a gun you're trying to trade in, and you need to pay full price for a single action revolver.
Oh, fuck it. Okay. How much is?
Let me
I'll
find
just
that stuff. Um, what is the gun you're getting rid of, or are you getting rid of a gun?
I'm gonna go get rid of one of my star revolvers. Just
Okay, a star revolver. That'll be, or we'll call it 225 for the star revolver, and a single action revolver. The cheapest single action revolver is the Colt Navy. A 36 caliber is $10.
okay. Yeah, I'll buy that. I'm assuming does it? What kind of? Does he use the same type of ammo? Heavy pistol.
I believe it does. We can figure that out either during the break or after session, but I believe it does. If you want to spend a
Okay.
couple extra bucks, you can get the Colt Army, right, or the Colt Dragon, right, and they definitely use the same kind of ammo. But we can
Can you
figure
say
all
that
that. The Colt Dragon and Colt Army both definitely use the same kind of ammo. I don't know that the Colt Navy does, but we can figure that out after session. Or
I'll
during
just use a
break.
Colt Dragon. It doesn't matter.
Okay. Yeah, it's $1 more. Yeah, and weighs 2 more pounds than the Star revolver.
So 225. You said it was. You said $10 or $1?
The Colt Dragon is $11, right? And
Okay.
minus the 225, so it's what,
875.
$875? Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I get that. There we go.
We'll say just for easy use that James goes with you and is walking his horse through town so that you can put some of this stuff on the horse to carry it all back. On the way back, you hear, it's not in your direct path, but you hear sounds like it's just around the corner. Sounds like somebody is speaking to a crowd, talking about the rich continue to get richer while we work our fingers to the bone, et cetera, et cetera.
Well, yeah, I'm all for that. I want to go see what they're talking about.
Cool. You turn the corner and there is a gentleman standing on a small apple box with a sheet hung up behind him that reads Laborers Relief and Aid Society. And there's a handful, no more than 5 or 6 people that are listening intently. There's probably another 5 or 6 that sort of stop and pay attention for a little bit and wander on. And the overwhelming majority of people are just either pay this individual no mind or give them dirty looks. Not even necessarily, or as best you can tell, not even because of the message that they are sharing, but just the streets are crowded and they're taking up room on the streets. And it sounds like the individual is reaching the home stretch of their little speech, talking about how it is their goal that workers are compensated fairly and that acknowledgement is finally given to the role that we play in the furtherment of society. The fat cats that make all of the money sit in quiet, cool luxury, exerting nothing, giving nothing of themselves, while we quite literally break our backs to build this great nation. Our great works will continue, but we just want to be compensated fairly. Is that too much to ask? Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Please, even the smallest donations will be welcomed and used appropriately. Thank you for your time. And he steps off his apple box, and there's a very, very light smattering of applause. Couple people go over to talk to him a little bit. Everyone else sort of moves on.
All right. I'm gonna take note of that, but I'm not gonna actually go speak up towards them. Probably head back to the cart.
Okay. Y'all heading back to join the rest of the crew?
I am.
Yeah, I don't think
Excellent.
I have any other detours.
Excellent. What cats was the rest of the crew discussing while everyone was out buying? Excellent. Everybody makes it back. You've got all the accoutrement you need to attempt the repair. How is this repair happening? Who's doing what?
I'll head up the repairs.
I'll try to give you assistance if possible.
Excellent.
So
why don't you roll first, Thomas?
Yeah, Franklin, do you want to help me?
Hey, watch this. I learned. Watch this.
All right, show me what you learned earlier today, okay?
Trust me. Like the Bobcat, I'm ferocious. I'm a quick learning and I'm adaptable. See?
Oh my goodness.
What the hell I tell you? I told you I'm like the Bobcat.
All right.
Hey, you were really paying
About
attention.
Bobcats?
Right. He has got you hyped up, Thomas. So that's a
Moved
+2
by
to
the
your
spirit.
roll.
That's
Hey.
huge. My man.
What can I say?
+2. I needed it.
Yeah.
I needed it.
All right. That is a
+1.
+1. Yeah. +1 to you, Abigail. Let's see how this goes.
Oh,
All
Yeah.
right.
Cool.
Yeah, that's looking real good. It is not like brand new, but it certainly looks way, way better, right, than it did previously. And the issues with the carriage at this point are both minor and strictly cosmetic. And
Excellent work.
This is easy. It's mostly large panels, and fortunately, there was no major damage done to the engine. So
I think we might be dealing with more trouble if that were the case.
You can see right here, Franklin did this woodwork real nice.
Hey. Or,
excellent. I think this is an appropriate time for us to take our break. Let's try and be back 11-ish, no later than 11:05. Sound good?
Mhm.
yeah, okay.
Sure.
Excellent. Great. Repairs have been completed and completed successfully. It will say it's, I don't know, probably mid-afternoon, maybe 3 p.m.-ish. What is the plan, everybody?
Let's see.
I mean, we fixed it. We might as well deliver it to
Yeah,
Sister
yeah.
Winter now.
Yep.
I just was assuming. I thought we was talking about like after we just return it. But
Yeah,
that's
we had to
go
meet
back
up
to
with
Sister.
Sister Winter.
Excellent. As you do, you learn that
Oh, there is something I'd like
yeah.
to try to do on the way to it.
Okay.
Um, can I see if there's any Tombstone Taddlers being sold?
Certainly. Let me. Where did I?
Oh, also, I give my old boots to somebody sleeping on the streets.
Okay, fantastic. They are very happy to receive that.
And I've got my city hat on.
Fuck yes.
Yeah, roll me. Oh, this is a. Roll me a big city. I'm sure there's one around here somewhere. Roll me a common knowledge check to figure out where they'd sell this thing.
Sure. Ugh, rats.
Yeah, you just cannot.
Wait. I got a
But
penny. I'll
inspiration
use a
has come to
penny.
you.
Yes. Wait, no. Oh, no!
Well.
No! Dennis, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Okay. Yeah, you're roaming around town. You think, you head to the post office. You figure they've got stuff there. While you're there, you think, they probably don't sell it at the sheriff's office, but I bet if I go talk to the sheriff, who knows the town better than the town sheriff, right? As you're walking through town, you lose sight in your right eye for like 5 seconds.
That's I mean, there's been a couple things happening recently, but it's only a few seconds. It's a glitch. I'll have to remember to have the doc look at that later.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, and that it's odd enough that it distracts you from your endeavor, and you forget about looking for the Tattler entirely.
Oh shit! Now I'm lost.
The good news is, you know that Sister Winter is only going to be in one of two places. That would be either at the site of the review or at the train yard. You all discover Thomas separately from the rest of you, or anyone who has gone with Thomas, right? Perhaps would learn with him, but you all learn at various points that the review was shut down about 2 days ago after an incident with the crew of said review. They are not currently welcome to perform, and they haven't been thrown out of town, but they are basically holed up in their train and around the train yard. And that's they seem to be just sort of hanging out and waiting for y'all. As you roll up, where are we? There we go. As you roll up, the first person from the review that you see is Alex Grimke, the clairvoyant. Right? And he just, look who has finally returned. Y'all look, well, about the same, really. I see you've encountered great trouble. Well, your great trouble is not over yet. The sister's looking for you. Good luck.
Oh,
All right.
you know, you don't have to always be so ominous.
He tips his fez and bows deeply. Says, oh, I thank you for the great kindness you have shown me. Pops his fez back on and waddles off.
I really have never liked that guy.
I think he's all right. It's just, I'd like some good news every now and then.
So we're probably gonna all go together to Sister Winter on this one, right?
I can do it.
I mean, I'm going. It's just a matter of who else is going with me.
I don't see why anyone shouldn't go.
It depends on
We
your
ha-
tolerance for getting yelled at.
Well, I don't know why she'd yell at us. Aside from the whole, putting them in danger and everything.
Yeah, yeah. Besides for the whole thing.
Well, she
Well,
knew that was something that might happen. I
Mhm.
mean, when we did our best to fix it, she may still yell at us, but we should all maybe hear what she has to say. There's more to the conversation than just getting her stuff back.
well, let's see how it goes.
As you are headed down towards her car, it is clear that someone, probably other than Alex, has already seen you and gone down there and given her word that you've arrived, because she is striding confidently towards the lot of you. Well, 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 look what the cat drug in. How are you all doing?
Splendid.
Well, I'm glad to hear it. You did. I was worried. Sounded like you guys were in the rough and tumble for a little bit there. But you did right by us. Give us a nice heads up to some unwanted visitors, and we made sure to have a nice welcome party for them.
Ah, is that why you are currently persona non gratas in town?
Yeah, it turns out the authorities here in Houston did not like us turning their train yard into a shooting alley. But one of the nice things about trains, they're real tall and they're real long. So if somebody's coming looking for a specific car, well, you just put your people up on top of the trains and, well, let's just say you don't have to shoot like I do to hit your mark. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Ambush
Elegant.
ability. Yep.
Yeah, it was real
clever
bloodbath.
solution.
Is everyone all right?
Yeah, I was just about to ask that.
Oh, we're all fine.
Good, good, good. Then everybody important is in good order.
Yeah,
We brought your cart back, your auto car. Thank you again for its use.
well, you are welcome. She walks around it like, look, I know that you're not exactly taking it on smooth, calm terrain, but I would appreciate if you'd take a little bit better care of it than this. And she licks her thumb and is like trying to rub out a little smudge. Right. But that's about all she has to say about the condition of it. She offers, look, we did briefly capture one of these folks alive. They said that Alberta Bell was planning on burning down her whole operation and restarting somewhere. So I don't know. I got the notes back in my office. It's about somewhere in Texas. They plan on killing off the rest of the hellhounds.
We got ahead of that, fortunately.
Oh, well, great. Then I don't feel too bad about feeding them to the zombies.
Nah, you did just fine.
Wonderful. Well, then, what's on tap next?
New Orleans.
Well,
Yeah, we're heading east along the train line.
Yeah, the big man said something about heading out to New Orleans. Anything you need to do in town, or are we taking off as soon as possible?
Are you going with us?
but we were planning on taking the train to get there.
Were you planning on taking somebody else's train?
I'm telling
Oh.
Brendel.
Yeah.
I mean, I was just assuming she would be like, "Nah, I don't. We're gonna go that way. You're gonna go that way," sort of situation.
No,
Why would
you're
she do that? She
you're
still gets paid by
Yeah,
Nick
I guess.
for
yeah, your
carting us
benefactor
around.
pays me pretty well to cart you folks around. Now, we'll see how long that lasts, depending on what y'all want to do. But for the time being, I am at your disposal, and I don't know that our review is great competition for all of the other entertainment options that are available in New Orleans. But at least my entertainers enjoy it. So I can't say anybody minds heading east from here.
I think it's proper you should know that New Orleans is gonna be in danger, and I mean more than its normal reputation. Same folk that tried to hurt y'all. We think who's behind it is there somewhere.
Well, seems to me that if that is the case, probably better that we're in your company than not. And a couple people with some guns never scared me off a little cash.
Good.
Did
I knew you could handle it.
You said nobody, I mean, got seriously hurt, but did anybody get winged or anything?
Of our people? No.
Yeah.
No. We're all fine. They literally did not know what hit them. You do not want to be on the shooting end of an angry clown.
Oh, you cut out. What was that?
You do not want to be on the shooting end of an angry clown.
Angry
Clown.
clown. Okay.
Well, I'm just happy that everyone's okay, and I'm sure we all sleep better knowing that one of the best gunmen in the West is here in the review.
Mm-hmm.
We can work on.
Somewhere Bigwade Sunday's ears are burning.
Yeah, I mean, I'm obviously
Yeah,
referring to
yeah.
Big Wade.
We can work on getting everybody. Well, letting everyone know where we can be headed out and where we're headed.
Yeah, fair enough. Just tell me when y'all want to depart. We not like we can do anything here.
Might as well head out sooner rather than later, right?
I'd say
I'm
tomorrow.
ready to go. Oh, is there something else we still need to do here in Houston?
It's already, afternoon. Might as well just enjoy the time we have here before we get on the train again.
That sounds like it'll work. Give us time to make final preparations. Make sure that we're topped off after 3 days. Just sitting here twiddling our thumbs. All
Cool.
right. What's on tap before y'all leave?
Do we need to pick up anything, folks?
Do you all have food to live?
If we're on the train.
Bullets.
Yeah,
If
if
we're
you're
on
on
the
the
train.
train, yeah, bullets and food
restock.
are all taken care of. Yeah.
Yeah.
The train works as sort of a magical restocking location.
Well, I guess I should say if somebody wants to stock a surplus of bullets, right? Like more than the base level in case we end up doing some kind of field mission in New Orleans.
I
Or
mean, we'll be
outside
in a
of New
big
Orleans.
city for I was gonna say we'll be in New Orleans, so we can buy stuff there if we need to.
Yeah, it sounds like nobody mechanically needs to get anything, so I think
I need to get new clothes. Mine are burnt all to shit because of the dynamite.
Oh, right.
I've got a shirt that's all burnt and has holes in it. A jacket's all fucked up. I'm keeping the hat even though the bill is completely singed all the way around. Yes, it's technically a brim.
Yeah, that's easy enough to do. All right. Let's see. Yeah, that works just fine.
yeah, I think I'll spend the $3 for new clothes. I feel like my clothes would have gotten real messed up in time. I just keep bumping into things recently.
Eye keeps going out on you.
Yeah. Oh yeah. my tools. I'm reunited, and it feels so good.
All right. If there is nothing else, let's put you in your train car as you all head out to New Orleans.
Hell yeah.
This time, because it's not really quite the same, I think I'm going to do this nonsense. Yeah, train ride's not all that long. It's probably, 3/4 of a day. There's a part early in the trip. The train takes off probably around 6:45, 7 a.m. And not half hour, 45 minutes after that, there's 6 or 7 horses that run alongside the train for 15, 20 minutes or so. Pretty cool to watch. Other than that, nothing all that remarkable. There is in your train car a note, presumably from your benefactor, that it just says, telegram just says Marie Laveau, 27 Dauphine Street.
Oh,
She'll be expecting you. Great. Anything you want to do? Anything you want to talk about before you get to New Orleans?
I feel good.
yeah. Yeah.
Fantastic. Train arrives. The crew and performers of the review make an effort to fucking bolt as quickly as possible and disappear into the city. But Janet Sullivan stops all of them pretty quickly with a little help from the clowns. And rustles them up for a little meeting and a little discussion about what the plan is. And it sounds like she's given them 24 hours to be free, but wants them back. Wants them back, we'll say 3 p.m. tomorrow, so that they can spend the afternoon and evening getting the review set up so that they can then open, this being Wednesday the 23rd. Her expectation is that they'll have the 24th off. They'll work the afternoon and evening of the 24th so that they can open on Friday the 25th. That is their plan. You, of course, are free to do what you like. What is the plan for y'all here in New Orleans?
Let's go see someone about some voodoo.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go see about it.
Head to Dauphine Street.
Cool.
Joan, if you would lead the way.
Cool.
Absolutely.
From where you are, the easiest way to get there is to hop on one of the horse-drawn streetcars that are quite popular in the city. That'll get you over to the right area of town, and then it's probably only, 4 or 5 block walk. If, however, you'd like to roam the city a bit, certainly walking is a perfectly reasonable way to get there.
I think riding in style will look fine.
Cool. Yeah, so you're there, probably takes, I don't know, 45. You're probably there by 4 p.m., we'll say. 27 Dauphine Street is there's a sign out front that just says beauty shop.
Cool.
Heading in?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Cool.
heck yeah.
Yeah, you
Need to
head
find
in.
a good pomade.
Nice. Does Thomas have some synthetic hair that I'm unaware of?
I don't
hope
think
so.
I don't
Okay.
think so.
Okay. Thank God. That could be a real problem. Yeah, so you walk
My
in.
weave.
Right. All of the houses, all of the structures on Dauphine Street are these shotgun shacks, very long, narrow, most of them 1-story, although there are some 2-story houses there. Most of them are duplexes. This one is not. This structure has a single front door for the beauty shop. As you walk in, you can tell pretty easily that the front part of this house or building, right, has been sectioned off as the beauty shop proper, right? And what is beyond the wall, who knows? As you walk in, you see there are only 2 individuals in the place. An older woman working on the hair of a young, tall, thin woman who is, as you walk in, is seated in the sole chair in this beauty shop, which is a little strange. Very dark, almost glowing skin. Although the thing that is most striking about this woman, for all of you having traveled the West, you're used to a lot of like muted earth tones is, pretty much the fashion of the day, just out of practicality, blacks and browns and tans and things that can look remotely presentable with, a significant amount of trail dust is what is common. This woman is wearing vibrant green dress, and similarly an emerald green top. She rises out of the seat and approaches as you all walk in. She gestures to some chairs along the wall that are all facing the single chair that she was just sitting in. Please come in, have a seat. Joan, she grabs your hand as you walk in and presses her other hand on top, sandwiching yours between her 2 hands, and says, Miss Broussard, I want to extend our condolences for the tragedy in Baton Rouge. Shame to have lost all your property in such an unfortunate fire. We hope that you find yourself well. This after the loss of your husband and your boys, truly tragic. welcome. Please.
It is truly quite the honor. I have to say I've been doing much better, I think, than I was before. But I am glad to be back in hometown territory.
She laughs a little and pats your hand and says, well, we are glad to have you back. There is, of course, no place like home. And while this is most certainly not Baton Rouge, we hope you'll think of it as your adopted home. So she gestures for you to sit down and returns to her seat as the other woman goes back to working on her hair. So I understand from the big man that you have information to share, and it might be time for us to broaden each other's horizons, as they say.
I believe so. I mean, what we know specifically, and fill me in if I'm missing anything, but it seemed like a target on Baton Rouge, the Hellhounds and their ilk, trying to bring some type of horror down, starting here, I suppose. Have you heard anything of? Have you ever heard of the Laborers Relief and Aid Society?
Well, certainly they're a well-regarded charitable organization.
That's
Believe
what I
there are chapters across the country.
I mean, it sounds like the kind of thing that would be fantastic, but I believe what we found out was that there's this character, this person just goes by Angel, that maybe they're a bit overzealous in their idea of how they can bring relief and aid to people, and it really seems like they've got it in their mind that a change in the world order would be rightly accepted.
And how do they think they're going to bring this about?
I mean, something about opening the door for original spirits that um, would tear their way through and redominate the land again.
Well, what were the Hellhounds doing? How are they related to this?
They were just building a zombie monster, I think.
They intended to bring about a collapse of some current structures. They said specifically seeding chaos and destruction.
I see. So that's what they were intending on doing. Do you know how they were intending on bringing this about? What actions were they taking to make this happen?
Bodies getting dumped into the river, into the Mississippi, that were all supposed to conglomerate and come down the river down to here.
Beyond that, they taken and making something they call skin jackets and kind of allow them to possess or take over and control. So, who knows, people in power, state governors, that kind of thing, they may have those folks jacketed.
Speaking of which, Doc, you smell anything out of sorts? Maybe the doc's got a stuffy nose.
The
This woman
humidity
just
down here can be quite uncomfortable for those who aren't accustomed to it.
yeah, she waves her hand sort of dismissively and is like, the skin jackets aren't anything. I thought you'd have picked up on that by now. And then you hear her go, ow! And the woman working on her hair just says, sorry. So, putting bodies in the water. And what were they just digging these bodies up? Where were they getting them? What were they doing? Were any preparations that you're aware of?
Volunteers a lot.
Hmm.
Yeah, I mean, to make the skin jackets, we were told that, I mean, that requires volunteerism.
Oh, so you do know that it's not the skin jackets that were the object, it was the skinned bodies that were the object. That's what they were putting in the water. And that was the point. I see. Well,
It seemed like, yeah, exactly. They was trying to poison the whole water supply heading down here. But what do you think is so dangerous to them here that they'd kill an entire city?
the two women look at each other, and the woman in green stands up and says, it was very nice to meet all of you. Sure we'll be talking again soon. She walks back and disappears into the back. And the older woman who is working on her hair, as she steps into the seat, says, thank you for coming. I am Marie Laveau. It's a pleasure to meet you. If you don't mind, I'd like to tell you a little story.
I don't think anything make me gladder.
Well,
Not that kind of story, huh?
well, it may be. I would not be surprised, Miss Broussard, if you are already familiar with some of this particular story. You see, the Sky Father, the celestial serpent, Damballa, separated everything from nothing in his coils. Creator of everything we know and see, and even that we cannot. As he shed the Sky Father's discarded skin, became all the stars in the sky and various celestial bodies. But he could not create everything on his own. His partner, Aidoedo, the Rainbow Mother, she adopted this hunk of lifeless rock. And through the undulations of her body, created the mountains and the valleys. Created the fire, the wind, and the water that we all so enjoy. His children lived in the skies, while hers lived here on earth. All was fine for a while, but eventually some of his children became jealous and were greedy and did not understand why the Rainbow Mother's children had all of the abundance of this land while they were left to the vast emptiness of beyond. They waged a great battle against each other, these two sides. In the end, the good of the Rainbow Mother's children won out over the evil of the Sky Fathers. And as each one of his children fell, they carved great gouges and scars into the land. Eventually, over many years, the battle was forgotten, and the scars were forgotten as they were filled with the water from the rains. And eventually, man could not live in harmony with the Rainbow Mother's children, and eliminated them, and even they were forgotten. But that evil that fell from the Sky Father's offspring, that evil still exists well beneath the land. And we all know its names. We just don't remember what it means. For his child that fell here was named Mississippi. Now, me and mine, we know this because we have been protecting against this evil for hundreds and hundreds of years before we were dragged here. For the child that fell from the sky in my homeland was named Congo. And we are here to keep that evil contained. We are here to keep it from feeding. It's why we're at the mouth of the Mississippi. Now, this is just a story. It is a story, I believe, but many of our allies have different stories. But they all involve snakes, and they all involve water, and they all involve rainbows. The natives of this land know something foul lurks beneath it. It's why, to a tribe, they preach living in harmony with the land so as not to disturb it. Many of them are great allies of ours. She points at you, friendly, says his people also great allies of ours.
Oh,
Their story, more apocalyptic than most, but they are good and trusted friends. Your benefactor, whose story is much newer than any of ours, but is part of the conglomerate that is trying to do right by this world. What you have stumbled on in New Mexico with the Hellhounds is but the latest of a feeble attempt to try for puny individuals to try and gain power for themselves with little or no understanding of the forces with which they are disturbing. To be honest, we only care about them when they might point to larger, more nefarious opponents or organizations. What story you believe is up to you, but know that there is great evil under this land, and me and mine will do everything we can to keep it there. Your benefactor thinks you would make an excellent addition to our unnamed alliance. But that choice is yours.
Well, if there's something wrong underneath this land, I'm here to dig a hole or something like that.
We appreciate the enthusiasm, Thomas. Perhaps we'll consider the digging a hole as a metaphor.
Or literal, however it helps.
he's pretty strong and indefatigable.
Well, if we need a hole dug, I will be sure to let you know.
Yeah, it could help you move some of this furniture around if it's been bothering you.
Oh, I like it just the way it is. Thank you, Thomas.
I mean, I'm also game for helping save the world and stuff. Feels like it's a good thing to do.
I would think so. Your people are already on board.
Hey, now, when you say my people, like, what do you mean?
This is the first time she's looked surprised the entire time you've been here, and she just responds, What do you mean? What do you mean?"
I mean, I'm not like the only like. I'll assume it's not like East Coast white people. Is the people you're referring to? Because
I
Abby would technically qualify too.
I mean, I am on this world as well, so
I most certainly am not. Are you telling me you are not affiliated with any organization?
Nope.
Mm.
Should I
well.
be or
Well, they're affiliated with the Warrior Cats.
no?
Yeah, we go by the Warrior Cats.
But yeah, I'm not like affiliated with any particular denomination other than my own, I guess.
Oh, well. This has become much more interesting. Meet me at 125 Decatur Street tomorrow at 2 p.m. Writes it down on a little thing and holds it out for you, friendly.
Yeah, sure. I take it, although I conspicuously do not like look at it at all, right? Because I can't fucking read it.
Mm-hmm. Is there anything else that I can help you with?
Yeah, I mean, you seem to know so much. Who do we punch?
Oh, that's a good one.
That is a good one. Right now, patience is key. I'm going to look into this Laborers Relief and Aid Society. See if anything shakes out. Are you in a rush to leave New Orleans?
We just got here.
Well, I would suggest heading to the French Quarter. Wonderful food. And at the very least, friendly, tomorrow, 2 p.m.?
Yep. Do I need to come alone or like
No, they welcome all.
where am I going?
To 125 Decatur Street.
Okay, that sounds fine.
I'd tell you more specifically, but that would ruin my fun.
There's like a brief moment of like friendly on the back heel for a second before the like smile smooths over and he's like,
Mhm.
okay, yeah, sure. Lean over to Abby and hold the paper out and say, you're gonna have to tell me what it says later.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Yeah.
She stands up and walks towards all of you to start shaking hands.
I'm
Yeah, shake your hand.
Yeah, and as she does, and as you do, as she's sort of going down the line, is she just says, I just want to be clear, regardless of what you decide to do with your future, you you've really done remarkably well already, particularly for individuals with very little knowledge of what was actually going on. Bodes well that your hearts are in the right place. Get some rest. I'm going to do some research, coordinate with your benefactor, and we will see what we can come up with.
It was a pleasure.
Very well. She walks back into the back room.
Pretty slick lady. I didn't see the old switcheroo coming.
Did anybody write all that down?
In front of her?
You mean about
Well,
how
I mean,
Mississippi is a god and all that? Hell no,
yeah.
that's nonsense.
I mean, maybe it is. But like, why not be a god?
What god, called Mississippi.
They weren't
I
always
mean-
called Mississippi.
Just now I heard about one called Mississippi, so that'd be the one.
I guess that makes sense.
Dude, the wildest fucking way for Thomas to be turned around on that point. Oh, she did just mention a god named Mississippi.
Yeah.
He said it with
Check-
enough conviction, so I
the
believe
math
it.
checks out.
Right. The very thing I was just refuting, you pointed it out to me that I just heard it. So now I'm like, oh yeah, I did hear that.
I
Yeah.
guess you're right.
This is fundamentally how Friendly comes to believe in things. Heard about it for the first time. That resonates. Love that. Think it's probably true.
Well, also, what evidence do we have to prove that it isn't
Yep.
true? We did just watch a good number of people be sacrificed to an
Yep.
entity, and it had a result.
And I will say, I mean, she mentioned the Mississippi as the child of Damballa, and Damballa is a spirit from which I have received a gift. I've been ridden by.
Well, maybe you could ask Mississippi for help.
I believe Mississippi is the enemy, the beast that must be contained and kept tame. I don't think I can
How
ask
are we
them.
gonna contain a river?
You gotta
Build a
put a big
dam.
rock. Big rock.
We go
Big
get 2,
rock.
3, 4 beavers. Put them
I
by
don't
the
think you
Mississippi.
control the river. I think you just, as she said, try to keep it from eating more than it should.
She did speak that this is a problem that they handle in the Congo, apparently. She probably has a better idea of what is sating to this thing than most folks.
In the Congo and Mexico?
Pardon?
Africa.
In the South America, Mexico.
No, that's
No.
there's a Congo in Africa.
Oh, Africa.
Yeah.
Well, that doesn't do us a lot of good here.
Well, it might. Brandel, this appointment she's made for you, she might have more she might be able to tell.
Yeah, I mean, oh, by the way, what does this note say? Pull
Yeah,
it up. Face
it
out.
says it just says 125 Decatur Street.
The address she gave you.
Oh, that's good. Okay. Yeah, so I guess you'll know where I'll be in case it goes bad or something.
Why would a
Okay.
date go bad?
A date?
Yeah, she just asked you out on a date.
No, I think it's like a really religious thing.
Oh. So like no kissing.
I don't think so. Maybe I'll learn how to like tame the Mississippi. It sounded cooler in my head, to be honest.
And she did say that they'd welcome anyone. Would you be okay if I accompanied you?
Yeah, sure.
I'd be interested to know as well, if that'd be all right.
Hell, I'm coming.
Yeah, I think I might stick around here. I got something I'd like to check on in town.
I mean, we should definitely like stay in groups, right? Like, well, at least
Yeah.
if you're wandering around.
Well, that your date's tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like, if you're gonna go for a wander, you just like take a buddy. Especially Abby, in case that one what wants to put you in a box shows up.
Oh, you
Mhm.
think she's here?
Uh,
I think someone who's chasing to, or really fixing to put Abigail in that box might just be anywhere.
I mean, I don't see why I wouldn't be here.
Right.
It's gonna be harder to hide a box like that here, though.
The whole
For sure.
thing went up and vanished when we shouted at it. So, box or no box, hiding or no hiding, it'll just be here.
Yeah,
Or
but
not.
you'll be able to like tell a disturbance before it comes, maybe.
You're talking about sound. Gotcha.
Yeah, like a lot of scraping.
Right.
I don't know if y'all interested in, but I'm curious of the quality of the service here. Don't know if anyone else would like to stay and partake.
I'll stay with you, Thomas.
Are you talking about the hairdresser, Sean?
Yeah,
Oh, okay. All right.
yeah. You wanna? We're at a spa. You guys
I-
wanna enjoy a spa day?
Scalp massage.
I mean, I heard hairdresser, and that was not what I didn't think spa. So
Well,
I
yeah.
mean, this
Look,
would be
I
the
was-
kind of place you need to set an
I was-
appointment for.
You can get a
I
warm
was
cloth.
picturing women braiding hair, and that is a time-consuming thing that many of us
Sure.
would not be doing.
That is about the extent of it. If you are expecting a spa day in this establishment, they will point you about a block down the street where there's a barber shop. They say, get a haircut and a straight razor shave.
There you go.
Mm.
I'll go for that. I'll go get cleaned up.
Cool.
Oh, for sure. Oh my god, it's been a while.
Yeah.
Take my mask off. It's been like 3 days.
Yeah, you're
you give
So
friendly shit about the glove, and you've got this mask on for 3 days.
You've been
straight.
wearing that glove
No,
for
to be fair,
months.
yeah, the glove is worse. Full stop.
The glove is fine. I don't know, like
That
No.
mask was worn by a guy
That-
who skinned
Yeah.
people. There's
Well,
no
and,
way the
like-
glove is worse.
Right.
Whoa. Except that Cody has stated when the glove comes off, it's heinous. For all we know, that guy kept his
doesn't
mask
come off.
nice.
Right. I
Look,
will say
Bobcat's been
this.
sleeping in that mask. All
Right.
right.
When y'all go down to the other barber shop, as soon as Bobcat walks through the door, the individual working there is like, oh hell no, get out, and is trying to kick y'all out because of this fucking mask. It's clearly the mask.
Oh, the
Right.
mask. Okay.
yeah.
I'm taking
Right,
my mask
it-
off. I gotta get my
right.
haircut.
Well, you take it off, and he's already like, no, like too late for that. I don't need any nonsense. And it's not until you say that you got the name of the place from Marie Laveau that he's like, oh, all right, sorry, yeah, come on in, y'all are welcome, and 2 bits apiece.
I was gonna be like, hey Adam,
Mhm.
how much is a shave and a haircut?
Yeah, beat you to it. So yeah, able to do that.
I tell him to just shine me up real quick.
Just like a buffer.
Yeah, like
Just
just
a-
like, yeah.
That's nuts.
Get you
The
real
shoe guy
spooky.
starts buffing.
Yeah,
You got-
start buffing your
Um,
head.
Yeah.
He does lather up a brush and sort
The
of
hot towel treatment.
paste your head with the lather, right? And uses that as like a polishing medium.
Well,
Your dome smells good.
I guess yeah. You'll just
Hell yeah.
put some shoe shine on you.
Yeah.
Maybe I should keep the mask off. It's not giving a good impression.
I haven't thought about it, but I feel like Friendly's beard is getting
I mean,
slowly out of control, and I don't think I'm gonna fix that.
Yeah, dude. Getting a nice little setup going.
You're saying that isn't leaving the best impression with people?
I can't imagine
It's crazy.
Right.
The Reaper fucking like doesn't it give you like a detriment to your like
Charisma
people
stuff.
checks?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, guys, it's a cool mask.
It's super cool. This hat is not cursed.
All right, team. So we've got our haircuts and our head polished, which is just sounds awful.
Yeah.
Anything we'd like to do this evening? My thought is we'll probably pick up next session. We'll pick up tomorrow in next session. So anything we want to do before session ends? Any
Yeah,
loose ends we need to clean up?
Yeah. I gotta try to get me one of these Tombstone Tattlers.
Yeah, let's see it. Let's do that
Do you
common
wanna-
knowledge.
A common knowledge? Okay.
Yeah.
Since I am with. Oh, never mind. I was
Oh,
going to say I'll assist.
like
but
a
you don't need it.
bloodhound.
Okay. Are you with him though, Abigail?
Yeah.
Just trying to figure out who's her. Okay. And you're. Yeah, I mean, I think with this, you head off into town. You realize, or you're about to head off into town, right? Realize post office, that didn't work out so well last time. You remembered that you thought about going to the sheriff's office, but never remember if you actually got there. And then it occurs to you, I was just in 2 locations where people are from here. Let me ask. And at the barbershop that you were at, the gentleman says, yeah, hold on one second. Walks into the back room and comes out with the Tombstone Tattler. Says, here, I read it.
Oh, much obliged. I appreciate it. This is gonna make a friend of mine very happy.
And I will give you the headlines for that before next session, but I can't find my fucking table for it. So,
Cool.
yeah. So, yeah, congratulations, Tombstone Tattler.
Hell yeah.
Also,
I'm coming, Danny.
I will definitely be absent. Well, most probably be absent the 22nd. I'm intending to play the 29th.
Okay.
So I assume that the meeting is partially a way to offload Friendly for a second.
It can be. Just so you've got. How do I want to do this? I'll message you about it later because it sounds like
Yeah,
other
fine.
people are going to go with you, and so I'll fill you in on at least the initial details, and you can gauge how you're going to react to that.
Sure,
And-
that's fine.
Cool. Anything else before we call it a night? Are we actually, the only question I have is, are y'all heading back to your train cars to sleep, or are you trying to get accommodation somewhere?
I feel like
I think I'd like to find a room
Yeah.
somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Abigail definitely is.
Okay.
I want to find a room.
Easy enough. I don't know what page it's in the Deadlands book, but there are prices in there for both sort of fancy hotels and flop houses. Here it is, room per day. Boarding house is $1, low cost hotels $2, high class hotel is $10.
$10 on the table.
Excellent. Is everybody headed to the same place, or do we have some people camping out in the train cars and some heading to the hotel? Who's going where?
I'm also going to go to a fancy hotel.
Excellent.
yeah, if the vibe is swinging that way, then Friendly's definitely just tagging along.
Okay.
I
I want to go
think
for like the middle option.
I think I'll go to the hotel where Joan is staying, but I'm not gonna get a room there. Um, but I do tell Joan, if you need anything, I'll be close by.
Okay.
But I'll like stay, like in the bar area as late as they go, and if that has to like close down, then I just like stand outside.
Okay. Yeah. uh, Here's what I'll say. Out in front of this particular hotel, they have a it it's a carving in wood of like a human sized, like it looks like a person. It looks like a porter, right? And they're tipping their hat to people, and it's just sort of to the left of the door, just because it amuses me. Like once they close down for the night, right, or the bar inside closes down for the night, you just stand to the right of the door and just look like a pair with this thing.
Yeah.
Okay, that leaves Bobcat. You were going to the low cost hotel, is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
How much was that again?
$2.
Okay.
Cornelius, where are you headed? We have most everybody at the fancy hotel. Franklin's at the low cost hotel. Nobody's staying in the train cars. I mean, I'm sure some of the review is staying at the train, but none of your crew is staying in the train cars as of yet.
That was my plan, actually. I'd like to go
Okay.
back to that. Yeah.
Great.
Got my old stuff there.
Great. I now know where all of you are. All right. That is session for this evening. We will resume next Sunday to figure out what the fuck is going on here in New Orleans.